why the home equity is so important.
But first, let's hit it. Hi, it's Alan Victoria. Welcome to our channel and podcast.
And if this is your first time in our podcast and YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and get notified.
Also, we call text all the time at 252-327-3357. We love talking to you. Do not be shy. Also, don't forget about our buyer's guide and seller's guide in the description below, because we are absolutely put lots of information in there for you to read. It's not just how to contact us. There's so much more information. There's a step-by-step guide for buying, step-by-step for selling. So much packed information. We put it all together for you, so don't forget to grab it completely free.
Exactly. And today we wanted to actually emphasize one of the most important things to be a homeowner is really looking at the equity. No?
And the reason I kind of put this on our list is because I read news reports. This isn't about the news reports, but I was reading news reports that Wells Fargo and the other banks are intending to focus on. They realize a lot of people have a lot of wealth in their home equity. And so they're going to try to start targeting advertisements in order to get you to use your home equity. So understand that that is coming for all of us if you're a homeowner, and what you can do and things to think about before you start going, oh, I need to go on vacation or whatever they're going to sell us on. Instead of buying that, what do we actually use home equity for? Why, if you're a home buyer, you want to buy a home because you're going to create this home equity, so it's always good. So let's talk about what is home equity.
In a nutshell, really, the home equity is the trusted method to actually boost your financial security, no?
Right, so basically, what is it, the definition? It's what you paid for the loan for your house and the market value of your home. So let's just hypothetically say you bought your home for $200,000, which is a very typical scenario in my area. People bought their home for $200,000, and now their home might be worth $400,000. So what does that mean? That you now are sitting on $200,000 worth of home equity, and I can name community after community after community where this has happened for many people in our area. So that means that a lot of people are sitting on a lot of equity. Now, I do not recommend you sell it, take the money, and then go live in a camper. That's not what we're saying. We're not saying $200,000 is not going to get you camper life for the rest of your life. That's not a good plan. But what can you use your home equity for? What is it good for?
Basically, it could be used as a loan collateral that my wife actually explained at the beginning and provide a safety during the financial challenges.
Right. So what is the definition of that value of the home market value versus what you paid for it? And for many people in our area, this is a major number, which is a great thing. And now what's the purpose of this? To basically help us in our financial needs when we need them. Or even better, for our retirement savings, because let's be honest, we do not know what the future holds. I do not know what the future holds, but I do know that my home has value. Exactly. And by keeping my home and keeping my mortgage away, I am saving from my retirement at the very least. So even if nothing happens to you, which is amazing, you still need it for when you retire and then you downsize.
Exactly. And whole point of to being homeowner that you are patiently, basically strategically invest and plan something for your future, your loved one, and your children.
Okay, so when you look at the market trends, especially here, know what your property is going to buy and sell. If you are just curious, you can go onto our website, alandvictoria.com. Alan Victoria, right? And then you can just kind of put your home equity, your price in there, and you can see how much your home value is actually worth. It's completely free for you, so you can do that at any time. But you should know what you're talking about, because you should understand what it is or what you might be able to do before you even think about investing it elsewhere.
Exactly. And also by understanding your financial situation it helps you if you wanted to invest even in the property that you are trying to buy and improve it.
Okay, so let's talk about how do you build your home equity. The more you make, more you pay for your mortgage is going to be the number one way most people do it. So pay the principal. You're going to have more equity because you're paying off your principal. Another thing people do all the time is they refinance to get better loaned in the future. So if interest rates do drop back down in the future, people are going to be able to refi, get rid of their PMI, generally speaking, if they went with less than 20%. Exactly. You're going to get better equitable terms, but the downside of this is going to be that you're giving away some of that equity, or you're going to see some of that equity. So there's always that as well.
Exactly. Therefore, the next thing that we wanted to talk
And
about.
the last thing before we do that, though, is home improvements. So
Okay.
the more you do home improvements, for me, I hate my carpets on my stairs. So by getting rid of the carpets on the stairs, I'm going to actually improve the value of my home. It makes my home more luxurious by not having those ugly carpet. And that's going to bring market value to my home. I'm not just looking for random things to do. I'm just looking for targeted things that I know will bring value to my home.
Which we have videos actually about what is going to get you the top dollar, the most improvement top dollar for you for the future. And now we wanted to talk about the benefits of the home equity. No?
Right.
What are
So
the benefits?
basically you're going to it's different from like just paying a tuition fund or whatever, but you can use it to say your kids want to go to a high school that's going to cost a lot of money. You could take the home equity out to pay for it. Maybe you want to spend $100,000 on a wedding. I don't recommend doing that, but if you want to, the money is there for you to do something like that.
And also it grants you more negotiation power with the lenders if you decided to go that route. No?
Right. So also it's going to reduce your payment because especially if you bought that house at 3.5%, now with with less of it will decrease that monthly payment at the very least because even if you have to refi to get rid of that mortgage interest payment, it's going to be a major boon for you in order to do that.
And now, what is the really strategies that we can use to build this home equity? No?
We talked about that. So it's going to be home improvements, paying off our payments, and refinancing if we need to. So, but the benefits far outweigh that. Basically, you want to have monthly payments. You'll be better, especially if inflation happens. So if inflation happens, our monthly payments are a hedge against that inflation. So that's a great thing. You can tap into it whenever you need. I don't know what my husband just did, but you can tap into it anytime you want, which is a great thing.
Exactly.
So in conclusion, we think that you should definitely be thinking about using your home equity wisely. And then anything else you want to add?
And then
or not using it at all. Let it sit there to when you need it.
Exactly. And I hope this video and podcast was useful for you. And don't forget, if you're a buyer or seller in Pitt County, please give us at 252-327-3357 a call. And thank you for being a good audience and subscribing in our channel to support our channel.